That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
You bird-brained buffoon! Where have you been?
Brocker! Sorry,
There's no time for apologies, girl. We've got to get that blade on the anvil, lest the blaze hammer's treatment be for naught. You're the first apprentice of mine with the gumption to do aught like this. You got the blaze hammer work done, and you did it right. But the hardest part's what comes next. I'll walk you through what's needed, though I dare say 'tis one of the few lessons I've left to teach you. You've proven yourself this day, Sarah. You're the one fit to carry on my techniques and this smithy.
come in, Brocker. Hi, Arisen. I've been waiting for you. Here it is. Your regalia sword. Looks newly forged, doesn't it, eh? Brocker had me working on it for hours. Got nary a wink of sleep. But owing to that, methinks it turned out real fine. I only hope you're pleased with it. 'Tis as much your success as mine. So much has changed for me since you first brought that sword to the smithy. I feel as if I'm finally on the path to becoming a blacksmith in my own right. Thank you, sir, for all you've done on my behalf.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
The morrow is just another opportunity to improve. We must rest, though the sun is still up.
A good sleep does wonders.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Interested in my wares?
I might stay a while. Can't bring myself to do much in this hour.
I'll take any chance.
I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Let my fur lie how it may.
Doing about a dozen things at once.
I'm not stopping.
Nothing I can't handle.
Can't work my Need anything?
Wolves, Master!
It's fierce fire's fury.
All's well that ends well, as they say.
That'll teach you.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Stop by again soon. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Look as long as you please.
What else needs doing?
I war time when I know how to spend it.
Mustn't let it burn.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste the steam. See this piece?
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I inquire as to what's become of the regalia? So this is how the sword looked in its glory days of yore. 'Tis splendid to behold. I thought the blade ought to be restored for its history, but seeing it like this, I feel it means something more. Something greater. Pray, give my thanks to the blacksmith who repaired it. 'Tis fine work she has done. Impeccable, I should say. And you, Sir Arisen, you have my sincerest gratitude. You have breathed life anew into one of our kingdom's most sacred treasures. I can imagine no worthier symbol of a sovereign's majesty. I await the day it shall adorn your noble hip with bated breath.
Such quietude is a blessing.
This may require a delicate touch.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life. I can't stomach places like this.
Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? 'Twould seem my mother has joined hands with a Batali researcher to achieve her purpose. Which, according to this missive, is to arrange things so that I might rule the kingdom. But I don't understand. Vermont needs no consul. It's found its ruler, its sovereign, pretender though he may be. To say naught of you. Does she mean to remove you and the false sovereign both from the picture? Is that what is meant by this tragedy? 'Tis a frightful thought. Yet we are in a much stronger position for having learned of it. You've my gratitude for this. I now know what 'tis I must do. I know not what to make of this.
All seems well here, but you can never be sure.
But not at the expense
Dare say I could forget all my troubles here.
I've been on my feet all day.
You are the places where I can truly delight you and
Not mind lingering for a spell.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
All this work and not a shred of gratitude.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
No, there's no need to fret. These things take time, you understand. I reckon the head jailer could get the lad his freedom if you made it worth his while. Just remember, you had naught of this.
Listen to this, cuz. With the coin you've been giving me, I'm getting myself moved someplace nice. Over in Vermont, I'll not be locked up in a filthy cage like this. You can count on that.
What do you want? You've got the Empress? This some kind of jape? Suppose the fact you're telling this to me means you're in the know. You one of us? Right then. I'll pass these tidings along to our interested party. Where should I tell them to find you? The empty house south of the Pilgrim's Path, is it? Fear not. I'll arrange for the interested party to meet you in the empty house south of the Pilgrim's Path.
Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol.
I've little enough gold to spend as 'tis. just travelling when I'm happiest to be
Drag my ass out of bed.
Looking for what in particular?
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart.
Sir Arisen, I take it you have given the coral snakes the information we discussed. Then the villain behind Her Majesty's assassination will doubtless be compelled to act with all due haste. And so must we. Let us begin our preparations presently.
This is clearly designed to catch us somewhere. It could prove useful.
I dare say there'd be no harm in using this.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Might I implore you to play the part of a bandit, Sir Arisen? As one of Her Majesty's champions, my face is like as not to be known to our villain. I have also employed the aid of a woman resembling Her Majesty in stature and build. She will fulfill the role of Empress during the exchange.
No, Manella. We must go ourselves.
Your Majesty, I don't think...
Should the ruse be discovered too soon, the renegade may flee and escape justice. We must confront them, so that our land and its people may ne'er endure such uncertainty again.
Understood. Then I shall guard your Majesty with my life. We must needs be ready for whate'er comes, Sir Arisen. Pray...
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawn. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
If 'tis magical knowledge you seek, may...
I suspect the villain will approach under cover of night. Are your preparations concluded? I am glad to hear it, and not a moment too soon. We have received word that someone approaches our location. Find a way to loosen the villain's tongue. I shall remain hidden till the opportune moment presents itself.
I am come. Would you kindly open the door? Let us not waste time. I am here to confirm the identity of your captive and naught else. Where might she be? Indeed. 'Tis the Empress and none other, fortunately for you. Had it been anyone else, your head would now be free of its shoulders. 'Tis by the coral snake's failure that she yet lives. I trust you are prepared to rectify this mistake. Go on. Kill her. That is far enough. You must forgive me. I suspected foul dealings from the moment I heard the Empress was being held here. However, with this display, you have earned my trust. In truth, she cannot die here. We must have her meet her, and in a place more fitting. Tell me, do you know what it takes to inspire action in this world? Tragedy. Yes, tragedy. The emotion that floods forth in the wake of such events can change the world entire.
Consider what a tragedy of singular measure, such as that of a great leader martyred for her ideals, could achieve. Why, the flames of revolution would burn eternal.
A worthy funeral pyre for an empress, wouldn't you agree? And so Her Majesty's tragedy must be made a spectacle of, that all Batal might bear witness and shed tears of blood.
So this was your aim. It all becomes clear. On your knees. We have you surrounded. Sir Armhild! So it was you!
Manella, this little ruse was your doing, I suppose. And as for your Majesty, I must say I am disappointed. You would go so far to save your own neck, rather than do what is best for the future of this country.
We understand what you desired to achieve. Yet we also believe that no ideal can truly be born from bloodshed. Perhaps you will ponder this in your solitude. By our authority as Empress, we hereby place you under arrest.
Sir Ermhild's was a vile plot. I only hope she is the last villain seeking to advance her aims through murder.
Pray, light your lantern, Master.
I shall escort Sir Ermhild to her cell. We pity Ermhild.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
radiant. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
Right you are.
Focus your strength, Arisen!
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Well met.
Sounds just right for my wares. I just know it.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared. I fought many battles in my...
A good sleep does wonders.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Rested, I trust.
Here's a welcome sight. Go on, have a look.
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
The so-called Forbidden Magic Research Lab appears to have been constructed rather recently.
Indeed. And the researchers employed there are as tight-lipped as they come.
It is all very secretive. I wonder what the citizenry make of it.
Let my fur lie. I must earn.
Oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
I would have preferred not to have it quite so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge.
You must not let down our guard. No! The Arisen has been conquered! Quickly, Arisen! You must regain your footing.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. You'll not live to regret this.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labor. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I'd find to good use. There, Master! Knackers! I will protect you.
Let me get that. Ord fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
You're mine!
we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
A ballista is a ranged weapon.
When better to use this but in the midst of battle?
I'll be needing a tall mug of ale to recover from that blow.
It is a mechanism for hauling freight. And it looks as if it could bear a significant load.
Might we not avail ourselves of its use?
Why? Peru! Is at your leisure, sir? Do come again?
You wish me to return? At once, Master.